Hello, this is Keenan Park, and this is Wylock 4th grade worksheet lesson 9. For our first section, we have division, where we're going to be finding the quotient. In division, uh, the quotient will be what we get after we complete the division. So 100 divided by 10, the quotient would be 10. And the second one, 125 divided by 5, would be 25. And you can check your answers by multiplying. So 5 times 25 is 125, and 10 times 10 is 100. 216 divided by 36 is 6. 1024 divided by 8 would be 128. 228 divided by 12, that would be 19. 434 divided by 14 would be 31. 297 divided by 11 would be 27. And 338 divided by 13 would be 26. And then for parts of division, well, this will just be, like I said, you can multiply these two to find the beginning, the dividend. And so 10 times 10 would be 100. 12 times 15, well, that would be, I believe that's 270. Oh, sorry, 180. 100 and 180. 4 times 19 would be 76. 28 times 47 would be 1,316. And then for these next questions, we're not going to be multiplying. We can actually rearrange this equation. If we say this is like some variable x, you can multiply both sides by x to get 98 equals 7x, and then divide both sides by 7 to get 98 divided by 7 equals x. So we're actually going to be dividing 98 divided by 7, which is 14. Here we're going to do 414 divided by 18, which is 23. 486 divided by 6 will be 81. And 390 divided by 65 is 6. And then the word problems. So Piggy was in charge of 300 children. If he wanted to divide the children into groups of 7, how many groups would there be? And how many children would not be in a group? So he has 300 children. So if we do 300 divided by 7, we will get 42 and a little bit left over. And so we know that there will be 42 groups. But 7 times 42 is only 294. That means that there are 6 people who aren't in a group because there are 300 people in total and only 294 are in groups. So 6 kids left over. Next, if Piggy was instead in charge of 441 children and he wanted the number of groups to equal the amount of children in each group, how many groups would there be? In this case, we can set it up as a division problem. 441 divided by the number of groups, let's call that n, is equal to how many children are in each group, which we say in the problem is the same number. So 441 divided by n equals n. Now if we multiply both sides by n, you'll get 441 equals n times n, which is the same thing as n squared. So what number squared equals 441? If you test that out a few times, you will eventually find that it's 21. And then 15 children each got 8 candies. How many candies were there in total before they got divided between the children? So if 15 children each got 8 candies, we can say the total number of candies got divided between 15 children, and that equals 8. And then we solved the problems like these earlier. 15 times 8 is what we will do to get the answer, and that would be 120. And then lastly, Roger has 33 stones, and he wants to divide them into equal groups. And so, what are all the ways he can divide the stones so that each group has the same amount? Well, Roger could have one group that has 33 stones. He could have 3 groups where each one has 11 stones. He could have 11 groups where each one has 30 stones, and he could have 33 groups, which aren't really groups, but if you want to include that, you can put that there, which each have 1 stone. And if you'll notice, you see that there's 1 and 33 here, and at the bottom it's flipped, and we call these like factor pairs because when these multiply, they equal 33. 3 times 11, 33. 11 times 3 equals 33, and 33 times 1 equals 33. And so these are all the ways. You could have 1 group, 3 groups, 11 groups, or 33 groups. And that's the end of this video.